If your goal is to lose body fat, then this is a video that you might want to watch. I am going to be addressing sugar, not the obvious sugar, the sneaky sugar. I have worked with thousands of clients, helping them with their nutrition needs as far as their fitness is concerned, and obviously helping them lose body fat. And I'm not just saying thousands of clients to sound cool. I literally have worked with thousands of clients. I have been in this profession over 20 years, and I do know a thing or two. So let's get right into it. The American Heart Association says that women should max out at about 24 grams a day for sugar and men 36 grams a day. Now, I've seen those numbers fluctuate a couple grams here and there, but let's just use that as our baseline for the whole point of this video. So let's start with women, 24 grams of sugar a day. What does that really mean? I like to use the example of a banana. We all love bananas. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits that we eat each day. Bananas, depending on how big they are, can range between 14 and 16 grams of sugar for one banana. So according to the American Heart Association, if you have 2 bananas in one day, you're at the max amount of sugar per day. I love using fruit as an example because we do need to eat fruit. It should be part of your everyday diet. But a lot of people don't realize that it is nature's dessert. So yes, eating a banana is going to be way better for you than eating a Snickers bar because of the source of the sugar. Snickers bar is processed and a banana is natural. But the one thing people don't know is that your body really does not discriminate the source of the sugar. Your body views sugar as sugar and treats it as such. Now, what makes these two different is what comes with the sugar source, what's being accompanied with the banana, what's coming with the Snickers. 100% your body is going to prefer a banana over a Snickers bar because your body is going to recognize it. But that's because it comes with vitamins and it's a natural source of sugar. But it's still sugar and your body views it in that way. It's not like it's going to give you a pass because it's a banana, it's natural. Your body looks at it as sugar and will treat it as such. Now, I can talk till I'm blue in the face on this subject, but I'm trying to keep this video short. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you can start zoning in on your sugar intake. One thing I do want to reiterate is that this video and all the information I'm giving is for those who are trying to decrease their body fat. One rule I teach all of my clients, and this is one thing they never forget, they take with them for years and years and years, is SDS. SDS stands for single digit sugar. What that means is if you have a meal that happens to have sugar in it, you want to keep your sugar grams at 9 grams or less, single digits. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about the whole 24 grams of sugar for women, 36 grams for men. So we're going to try to stay within that zone. As we already were talking about fruit, I'm going to start with fruit. Now, I'm not saying don't eat fruit. You need fruit. Keep fruit in your diet. But just like with anything, everything's great in moderation, and that includes nature's dessert, fruit. I'm going to go back to the whole banana example just because we've already spoken about it. So, as you know, bananas are not single-digit sugar. They are double-digit sugar, 15 grams. So that does not mean you can't have bananas anymore. That's not what I'm saying. You just got to be smart on how you eat them. My rule of thumb and what I tell every single one of my clients is you cut the banana in half. Eat half now, eat half later. It might sound strange, but that's what you got to do. So what that does is it makes the banana single digit sugar. We're going to get into that 7 to 7.5 grams of sugar, and that's what you want to aim for in a meal. Yes, I know it might be strange to save half of a banana, but you'll get used to it. And trust me, again, if your goal is to lose body fat, you will make it work. Trust me. This rule obviously carries over to other larger fruits like oranges and apples and, grapefruit. The list goes on. You would be very surprised on how much sugar is in some of these fruits like cherries, pineapple, mango, and I use an app. The app I use is just a free app. I use it when I'm reading food logs of my clients just to double check on sugar grams, and it's called Fat Secret. I know there are tons and tons and tons of apps, whatever works for you. I like to use Fat Secret. It's easy to look them up, and it gives the macros clear as day. All right, so I'm gonna get off fruit right now because I can talk about fruit forever. Next thing I wanna talk about are like snack bars and protein bars and all these healthy bars. Now, there are lots of super healthy bars that are all natural, gluten-free, non-GMO, completely organic, and just great. So what I do is I flip that bar over and I'm looking at those nutrition stats. The first thing I look at is the sugar. I go right down the column and I look at the sugar grams and how much sugar is in that whole bar. Now that you know about this SDS rule, you will be very shocked to see how much sugar is in a lot of these bars. Again, let me reiterate, single digit sugar, 9 grams or less. It's actually very challenging to find bars that are under 10 grams of sugar. But if you're paying attention to the fruit subject, then you'll probably already know that you can just cut the bar in half and eat half now and half later. As far as getting into like products and which ones you can buy, just got to do the research. I will say that one of the most popular ones that my clients prefer are the Kind bars. And the main reason why my clients prefer the Kind bars is because of a variety. They give a lot of variety, they taste good, and a lot of them are made in single digits. Now, I would have to do a whole separate video on ingredients and organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, all that stuff. Those all come into play, but right now I'm just talking about sugar. I talk about sugar first with everybody because it is literally the first thing that you can do, and it's actually pretty easy to start zoning in on your sugar with these simple rules. Sweeteners. I'm sure that question has come up in your mind. What do you use to sweeten your coffee, your tea? If you want to bake something or make something, what do you use? I feel like I have to give this disclaimer a couple times throughout the video because I want to just completely reiterate to you over and over again that this is about fat loss. I use and what I tell my clients to use when it comes to sweetening anything would be Truvia or Stevia. They are better choices of 0-calorie sweeteners because they are naturally derived as opposed to like aspartame or something. Remember, it's all about giving your body stuff it recognizes instead of stuff it doesn't recognize and it has to like think like, how do I process this? How do I digest it? So then what about natural sweeteners like maple syrup or honey or agave? I tell my clients to avoid those, believe it or not. And yes, they are natural, but there is a reason why. And when I say avoid, I'm talking about actually adding it to things. Like if they were to have toast or something, I wouldn't want them drizzling honey on top of it. So I'm sure you're confused, like, well, why? Honey is totally natural. I don't see why I can't have it. One thing to say is SDS. 1 tablespoon of honey is over 17 grams of sugar. 17 grams of sugar in 1 tablespoon. So yes, that's the reason why I have my clients avoid them. Yeah, I mean, if it's in the ingredients or whatever of a bar, but the bar is still within the range, fine. Believe me when I tell you that I could have made this video like 30 minutes long. I really had to trim it down and I'm proud of myself. But hopefully these small tips can help you on your way. So just to recap, number 1, single digit sugar. You want to keep your sugar grams under 9 grams or less per serving. Number 2, read labels. Flip that bar around, flip that package around, see what it says. Little side note with packages, make sure you understand how many servings are in that package because a lot of companies will get really sneaky with that. Like it'll say, oh, this is 7 grams of sugar, but then you failed to read the part that there are 3 servings in a bag, and then you eat the whole bag, and then bam, you just had 21 grams of sugar. Number 3, stay away from artificial sweeteners. Use Stevia or Truvia as your 0-calorie sweetener replacement. And lastly, number 4, you want to stay away from honey and agave and maple syrup, all those natural sweeteners, because they are very high in sugar grams per serving. Yes, I understand it seems kind of weird, like, oh my God, I can't have honey or agave. Realize, again, that I'm talking about if you're trying to lose body fat. These are just the things you need to do. So my number 1 tip to you, if you want to start tracking this, is to start doing food logs, start writing down your foods. It's actually pretty eye-opening. Well, I hope this video helped you in some way, shape, or form. Give it a go, take from it what you want, and good luck.